pull some cards and I want to see what comes out for us today. So let's see. I hope everybody is doing well. All right. The card that I got for us is I do not need to have money to attract money. You do not have to have money to attract money, but you cannot feel poor and attract money. The key is you have to find ways of improving the way you feel from right where you stand before things can begin to change. By softening your attention to the things that are going wrong and by beginning to tell stories that lean more in the direction of what you want instead of in the direction of what is currently happening, your vibration will shift. Your point of attraction will shift and you will get different results. So I'm getting that someone is like in need of money or something. But like I said, you do not need money. You don't have to have it to attract it. You just have to be able to know how to receive. All right, let's see what the energy is. Like, what do you look like? The Emperor. So what I'm getting is you need to command what it is that you want. You need to command your energy. You need to take control of your life. And I also seen, like, I'm moving cards, but I was seeing this. So it's more or less like the Emperor, King of Wands. Like, take more action. Because the Wands is like energy, passion, energy. So, like, what is it that you're passionate about? Do the things that you're passionate about, and money will come to you. Your needs will be met, is what I'm getting. Like, even with this, you do not need to have money to attract money. I know it's an odd thing, but like, say when we go to a job and we do a job or whatever, like that first week or whatever, you have to show up every single day, do the work, and then expect a check because they expect for you to show up and do the job. They expect for you to serve. And I don't know if anybody knows the law of compensation. I'm hearing like to learn that, become more financially literate, become aware of the law of compensation. I'm also hearing that it's not really about needing the money. I don't feel that it's really whoever's watching is in the space of actually really needing the money. I think it's more or less like feeling fulfilled or feeling stable and solid and tuning yourself emotionally, because there's an emotion or feeling internally like you're missing something. And for the most part, I think that's where that's actually really where it's coming from. Like it says, the key is you have to find ways of improving the way you feel from right where you stand before things can begin to change. By softening your attention to the things that are going wrong, and by beginning to tell stories that lean more into the direction of what you want instead of in the direction of what is currently happening. Like your current reality, yes, that's happening. But also understand that your current reality is only current because you've already experienced it before. Your current reality is what has already happened. That's why you're able to experience it. Does that make sense? So it's like you've already created that. So do something different. Do something that make you feel different about what it is that you're experiencing, what it is that you don't like. Tune and give your attention to the things that make you feel better than what you're feeling currently. So what's happening behind the scenes? Eight of Cups. It may be the fact that you may be feeling like you don't have money or you don't have something because you had to leave something behind. That's what I'm picking up on. Like you've had to leave something behind. You are disappointed about having to leave something behind. I may be talking to somebody who just decided to leave a job. Maybe you were saying or expecting them to give you a raise or something, and they haven't given you a raise, or you was expecting a promotion, and you had to leave. Or maybe, again, like I said, maybe it's not even about the money. It's the feeling that the having money or having abundance make you feel. So maybe you're actually really just feeling down. You feel lowly about the situation that you're currently in. You're feeling lowly about the actions that you've taken. You're feeling lowly about the life that you have created for yourself, which also gives you the results that you're getting consistently. And maybe you're just finally actually admitting to yourself that you don't like how much money you receive. You don't like how much money you earn. You don't like the job. You don't like how you're serving. You don't like how however you serve makes you feel. You may be working a job that don't even actually really fulfill you emotionally. But you're only doing it because you're like, oh, I'm doing this because it gives me money. And because this is the only way that I know how to attract the money to pay the bills or pay for the things that I feel like I need. Maybe you need to readjust how you spend your money. Maybe it's the things that you spend your money on that makes you feel unfulfilled. Let's see the positive thing about this. Because you had to walk away from something. Because that has been the theme for my readings today. Okay. The moon. You're being illuminated by something. Or you're finally admitting to yourself things that you doubt or things that you fear. I'm also getting that maybe you was working a job that needed you to work at night, and maybe you're a dad or a mom that had to take a job at nighttime and that wasn't working for you. So you had to leave that job, is what I'm picking up on. So now it's actually leaving you in the space of not having money to pay for the things that you need. And that's being illuminated in this reading. Let's see. What's on the low vibrational end? Hermit. So, low vibrational end is left you feeling isolated and alone. You may be feeling ashamed about what it is that you're currently experiencing. And again, instead of feeling isolated and alone, turn to looking at this period in your life as a blessing instead of a curse. Turn to looking at it in the sense of, I had to leave that so I can learn what my true value is, what my true worth is. Learning how much you're actually really worth. Because instead of looking at the situation and feeling like, oh, I wish I wouldn't have left that job, or oh, now I left that job and now I don't have no money. Look at it in the sense of, what is it that I can do that could pay me if I'm standing in my power and acting in my truth, and maneuvering and moving in my truth, and how I'm really supposed to show up. Because 9 times out of 10, that's gonna pay you way more than what you was doing before. What's the advice? The advice is, be patient with yourself. Your needs, I'm getting that your needs will be taken care of. And you need to be patient with yourself because you're protected at this time. You having to leave that space, or you being in this space right now where you feel like you are lacking money, you may need to turn your attention to the fact of, you might be lacking financial abundance, but it might be time for you to network. It might be time for you to operate in a more divine pattern and connect with God and see what the universe is going to bring to you in that way. Because however it is that you were showing up in the past, you are out of alignment with your truth. And it wasn't really giving you the results that you really needed for your life. And again, this is the same at the bottom. Still Knight of Coins. So again, once you be patient with yourself, take the Hermit, take your isolation, your time of solitude, and look at that from a more positive perspective, then whatever it is that you're seeking will come to you.